Petey Beats here from Pop Alternative. Gentlemen, good to see you both.
Good to see you too.
Conor, long time no see. um, this movie is incredible. Gabe, I wanted to know, I mean, not your first time being in a movie based on people's lives, if you think about it. um, what is that kind of mindset like? Do you think, is it one of those things where you think about it a lot and there's going to be like pressure? Like, do you just kind of go in, like, or do you think about like that kind of adapted aspect of it? Like, I'm curious about that.
I think it's such a relief that the filmmaker really cares, because then you feel really important and you feel like, oh, I better deliver, um, because it means so much to them. But I think it's just really nice to know that everything is accounted for. Like every decision is thoughtful, and you're really making something that means a lot to them.
No, 100%. Conor, something that I was kind of thinking about since the last time we spoke as well is, the snack shack. Did it sometimes maybe feel like there were like two craft services around? Like, were there opportunities to take some kind of snacks, or was that all kind of just like off limits? Like, I just thought about that before doing these interviews.
Definitely. No, we had great craft services on set, because it was also cool because they had never done it before, so they were so chill. They're like, "What do you guys want? Like, we're gonna go. We don't know." Like, they were just like people from Nebraska. They were so cool. I love them. And then there was an issue in the snack shack though. The snacks need to stay full for the movie for continuity. I was definitely taking liberties with the snacks.
Yeah, it's probably like those. There's supposed to be 5 Snickers bars there. You know what I mean?
It was actually no, it really was a thing. They were like, you have to stop. Like, you actually have to stop. Like, we don't have any more of those. I'll stop.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's the Reese's.
The Reese's, the peanut butter cups, of course, they always get you. Gabe, I do find it interesting. One of the things I love about this, and Conor, after Gabe answers this, you can kind of chime in. I mean, this back and forth, how quick your jokes are. You guys are both entrepreneurs and you have all these ideas and you're like joking around the whole time. Was that like that with Conor, like while you weren't filming as well? Like, was there a lot of that like quick kind of back and forth? Like, I'm just curious about that.
Oh yeah. Conor and I got to spend a lot of time with each other before we filmed, and we developed a closeness of making fun of each other all the time, and putting yourself in the mindset of your characters leading into it. I think we definitely took advantage of that, and we dropped our filters and just kind of meshed.
It's so cool to kind of form a friendship under the brilliant writing of Adam, our director, because it's like we really did get to like make memories and build the same friendship that AJ and Moose did in real life. In fake life that felt real. But yeah, it was really cool.
100%. Gabe, from a kind of storytelling acting perspective, I feel like there's a lot that happens before you go on camera in a film. So there's kind of like the before filming, and then there's actually kind of while you film and everything. In a lot of ways, you could look at those as two kind of journeys from a storytelling acting perspective. But do you see that as kind of one journey with multiple steps, or is it two separate journeys for you?
I think it is two separate things. You have to make sure that you're telling the story correctly leading up to it. You have to make sure that you're telling the story of every character with each scene. And it's a lot of, for me at least, like just meditation on it, but a lot of time by yourself. And then filming is a matter of preserving your energy and going and maybe changing everything you've learned, and then you have to do it, and you can't think about the climax of the movie in that moment. You're not going to be able to think about that until the day you shoot it. So it's just about preserving yourself, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. To add to that a little bit, Conor, kind of this journey of kind of reading a script and everything, it's got a lot of the goofy slapstick kind of comedy and one-liners and everything. But at the end of the day, this is a movie about, people figuring things out. You know what I mean? Figuring things out with their friends and relationships and everything. Does it feel like a balance between it being like really funny and then kind of having a lot of heart and is more deep, like when you're reading the script for Snack Track?
Yeah, it definitely, it feels like a balance. it's like a perfect balance, honestly, because it's so close to what real life is. Because even when you're 14, like, yeah, you're gonna run around the town and do the crazy shit with your friends, but you also have to go home and do your homework. Like, you know what I mean? So like, I think that's what Snack Shack like encapsulates so well. And the people who play my parents, Jillian and Jillian Vigman and David Costable, are so funny, and they bring that kind of 90s home life energy. Yeah, I think it's just life's unpredictable, and while you can be crazy and fun, no one's life is a comedy 100% of the time.
100%. I feel like there is that really good balance. That's one of the things I love about this movie. March 15th in theaters. Can't wait for people to see it. Gabe, are your kind of past projects like separate in regards to like preparation? Like, do you ever take things from past projects of the Fabelmans to future projects, or are they all kind of separate journeys? Because there's some things and maybe lessons that you can kind of pull from each project.
Oh my God, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the Fabelmans was this huge thing that it's like that's my education. I think for my entire acting, like almost everything, moving forward, especially in film, especially working for that for an extended period of time daily. I think I learned a lot of what not to do, but also I learned of, I guess it was a, but I learned so much on Snack Shack too. Like you kind of like grow and gain pieces of like what does and doesn't work for you. Like you thought that like, I don't know, you take pieces, you take stuff and you leave stuff.
And it's a very on to the next in a lot of ways too. Like you wrap it, you wait for it to come out, you do the press, and then you're on to the next one, and then the next one because you're filming something now too. Like it's always like on the next, right, Gabe? Like that's just the nature of it.
Yeah, you also like you learn, you take your experiences from other stuff, but like you want to leave as much of the character behind and then focus on the next one. And yeah.
Very quickly before we wrap up, Conor, start at one word to describe Snack Shack before people see it March 15th.
Memorable. Memorable.
That's a good one. Gabe, do you have one quickly?
It's tenacious.
These are good. We had summer nostalgia in the other room, so it's great that we didn't get repeats. That's awesome. March 15th, you guys were so great in this. March 15th in theater Snack Shack. Thank you so much for your time. It was so great chatting with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.